In The Matrix, when Neo is unplugged for the first time, he asks Morpheus, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And Morpheus responds by saying, "Because you've never used them before." Also, his muscles have atrophied because all his life he had been stuck in this virtual reality simulation called the Matrix, in which he'd never had the opportunity to use those muscles. This scene serves as a powerful metaphor for spiritual entrepreneurs leaving the 9-to-5 matrix, a system that prizes conformity, routine, and external validation over individuality and inner growth. When you leave the 9-to-5 matrix, you might find that certain traits, gifts, and talents have lain dormant, unused, and untapped, just like Neo, who found that his muscles had never been used and have become atrophied. If you've recently unplugged from the 9-to-5 matrix or are planning to do so, you definitely want to stick around to find out the 5 muscles that you're going to need to develop and strengthen in order to become successful in entrepreneurship outside of the 9-to-5 matrix. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jose De Castro, and I'm a psycho-spiritual life coach that helps you as a spiritual entrepreneur get unstuck by helping you to reconnect to your authentic self. So let's get straight down to it. So in the Matrix movie, Neo, when he unplugged from the Matrix, realized that his eyes hurt and his muscles were weak because he had been plugged in and immobilized his entire life while he was connected to the Matrix. But now he is finding that he is struggling once he has unplugged. And this is because of the fact that he had never had the need to use any of those muscles up till now. Now, this is the perfect metaphor for spiritual entrepreneurs that have unplugged from the 9-to-5 matrix, and although you may have felt very comfortable following rules and routines up till now, there are certain traits and skills that you would never had the need to actually tap into and develop. So today I'm going to talk about 5 traits or muscles that you need to rediscover and you need to develop and strengthen in order to become successful and become unstuck in entrepreneurship. So the first muscle that you need to develop and strengthen is the muscle of vision. And the dormant quality that I'm referring to here is the ability to think creatively and imagine possibilities. So remember, in the movie, Neo asks Morpheus, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And Morpheus says, "Because you've never used them before." Similarly, when you are trapped in the 9-to-5 matrix, you are following someone else's vision. Your creativity is boxed in to tasks, deadlines, and goals set by other people. As an entrepreneur, however, you, my friend, are the visionary. You have to develop the ability to dream big, to think outside of the box, to imagine your ideal business, who you want to serve, and the impact that you want to make in order for you to be able to bring that into manifestation. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. And I want you to take a moment to just consider the fact that everything that is man-made and every product and service out there has always originated in the imagination of its creator. So how do you strengthen the muscle of vision? You need to be able to develop the ability to practice visualization. And visualization is the ability to actually conjure up your ideal scenario in your mind's eye. Now, visualization is something that not a lot of people do because they think that imagination is for kids. But this is the way that we actually create or manifest our reality. So visualization exercises work very best when we are in a relaxed state of body and mind. And so when you are waking up in the morning, first thing in the morning, or the last thing before you go to bed, if you can allow yourself in your mind's eye to picture your ideal scenario, what would your business look like? What would your clients look like? What does an average day look like? And allow yourself to really bask in the feelings, the positive emotions that would come as a result of you having those things in your life. That is how you can use visualization to actually bring about the manifestation of your desired outcomes. The second muscle that you need to learn to develop and strengthen is the muscle of intuition. And the dormant quality here that you need to develop is the ability to trust your inner guidance. In the 9 to 5 matrix, decisions are made strictly based upon logic and data. But as a spiritual entrepreneur, you need to be able to learn to trust that inner voice of your intuition in order sometimes to override what seems logical, because the heart or the intuition knows best. You see, as a spiritual entrepreneur, intuition is to you what the oracle was to Neo. You need to learn to listen to what feels aligned and trust your gut rather than simply looking to the external world and what is presenting itself in the form of logical conclusions. Remember, your ego also is influenced very highly by logic, but logic has its limitations. So how do you strengthen the muscle of intuition? You must find time every single day to spend in silence through practices like meditation and mindfulness. In so doing, you're able to shut out the external noise and tune in to the quiet voice of intuition that speaks to us in almost imperceptible voices. Now, you're not going to hear an audible voice necessarily, but it may come to you in the form of an inner knowing. But you need to be able to trust that inner knowing, and the more you trust in it, the more it's going to be able to help you and guide you in your decision making on your entrepreneurial hero's journey. The third muscle that you need to be able to develop and strengthen is the muscle of self-trust. And the dormant quality here is the ability to believe in your own worth and your abilities. In the 9 to 5 matrix, you're basically just a cog in a machine, which really leads you to feelings of insignificance and low self-worth. On the other hand, success in entrepreneurship requires unshakable self-trust. So you, as an entrepreneur, are the decision maker, the leader, the creative force. You are all of it. And so if you are to be successful as an entrepreneur, you must be able to develop the idea of trusting in yourself. Now, doubt is natural on the path. However, the significant thing here is not that you don't feel doubt, but that in spite of doubt, you have enough self-trust to keep going and believe that you will definitely make it if you don't quit. So how do you strengthen the muscle of self-trust? Keep promises to yourself, no matter how small. Each completed task builds trust in your ability to follow through. Also, it's very important to celebrate your wins and look back every now and then on how far you have come. So the fourth muscle that you need to develop and strengthen is the muscle of self-expression. And the dormant quality here is the ability to speak your truth. In the 9 to 5 matrix, we hide our true authentic self in order to fit in. So our truth takes a back seat to what's considered professional or appropriate. As an entrepreneur, authenticity is one of your greatest assets, because if you're really able to speak your truth, then the clients, the employees, and the collaborators that you attract towards your business will be attracted to you based upon the truth of who you are rather than what you think that they want to hear from you. So how do you strengthen the muscle of self-expression? Don't be afraid to speak your truth. And as spiritual entrepreneurs, I know from firsthand experience that a lot of times we feel like we'll come across as woo-woo, or we'll come across as weird or freakish if we were to say what is really on our heart, what we really believe to be true. And so if you, in your communications, in social media, in your videos, in your marketing and so forth, can really express your true authentic self by speaking your truth, then the people that gravitate towards you will be in resonance with who you really are, making that match a lot more meaningful and helping you to attract your ideal clients. And the fifth muscle that you need to develop as a spiritual entrepreneur once you've stepped outside of the matrix is the muscle of resilience. And the dormant quality here that you need to arouse and awaken is the ability to embrace failure and uncertainty. So in the 9 to 5 matrix, just like in school, the idea of failure is discouraged and punished, which leads to a fear of making mistakes. In the 9 to 5 matrix, the security and the certainty of that paycheck leaves us in a comfort zone in which risks are minimized and in which we don't have to contend with the idea of uncertainty. Entrepreneurship, on the other hand, is full of uncertainty and risk. Now, I want you to consider the fact that with certainty, there are limited possibilities. However, if you can embrace the wisdom of uncertainty, then you have infinite possibilities open to you. In entrepreneurship, you will definitely face rejection, setbacks, and challenges, but resilience is that muscle that you need to develop not only to be able to make it in the long run and to stay in the game long enough to succeed, but also to help you turn those setbacks, those rejections, and those challenges into stepping stones. So how do you strengthen the muscle of resilience? You must learn to reframe failure as feedback. So whenever you face rejection, challenges, and setbacks, instead of allowing that to discourage you to the point of quitting, ask yourself the question, what can I learn from this? And the next time around, you just become that much better, meaning that you are turning that setback into a stepping stone. So there it is, friends. 5 muscles that have been lying dormant, that have become atrophied, that once you unplug from the 9 to 5 matrix, you need to be able to strengthen if you are going to be successful in entrepreneurship. Now, I'd like to go back to the scene in the matrix one more time to highlight the presence of Morpheus as the mentor that is instrumental in helping Neo not only unplug from the matrix, but also to help him strengthen those muscles that are necessary for him to be successful in his next stage of his development outside of the matrix. Perhaps you have recently unplugged from the 9 to 5 matrix or are considering doing so and would benefit from the aid of a mentor that can see into your blind spots and that can come alongside you to help you get unstuck. This is where I come in as a coach that helps spiritual entrepreneurs get unstuck by helping them to reconnect to their authentic selves. I can help. Click the link in the description below to book a free discovery call to find out how. Remember, there is a reason why you feel stuck, but until you find out what that is, nothing is going to change. Hey friend, if you watched this far, I'd like to thank you. Please hit the like button if you got some value. Here's another video that you might like. Here's a playlist that you might benefit from, and subscribe for more content.